Hi guys, this is Aegis, and I've got a game here between SlayerSMin, and his opponent is going to be Ellen Page, otherwise known as MarineKingPrime, of course. He's playing as the blue Terran player. It will be SlayerSMin playing as the red Zerg player. SlayerSMin is in GSL Code A, but he is an up-and-coming player from the Team Slayers. I downloaded these replays from TeamLiquid.net. Go ahead and check out that website. If you're not sure what that is all about, you should definitely know about Team Liquid. So there's the Overlord crossing the map right now, and of course we've got our community events coming out right now. It is the APL, American Pro League. Go ahead and check out our website at mocktechcorp.net/APL, and it's going to be an awesome league all summer long. We're going to have a maximum of 64 teams duking it out over the internet, the BattleNet North American server this summer, and it will be a quite epic games of best of 5 between each of the teams. Teams are allowed a minimum of 3 players and a maximum of unlimited players. So go ahead and sign up your team today, and we've got the rules posted as well. And be sure to follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/AegisStarcraft to find out more about the league as news comes out. And also be sure to subscribe to this channel if you do like what you see here. So it looks like Ellen Page is going to be walling off at the front of his ramp, and his Zerg opponent is going to be grabbing his fast expansion right now as the minerals do come in. It is late by about 15 minerals, but no big deal. He's going to be getting a spawning pool sometime in the near future to be able to defend this fast expansion. Of course, this is Shakura's Plateau. So Shakura's Plateau is a great map for that fast expansion. Has a nice narrow ramp. You could throw down a couple of spine crawlers to defend it. And for the Terran player, a couple of bunkers easily defends that natural expansion. Almost a free expansion there for both players. So it looks like the drone is going to be scouting around over here. It does see the barracks at the front and the 2 supply depot wall, so it does indicate that Terran might be going for an expansion of his own. The drone is going to go ahead and escape from there. The first Marine is being rallied to the front. The spawning pool and the gas are both on the way right now for SlayerSMin. And we're going to see what kind of build order these 2 players decide to go for. We'll see what SlayerSMin decides to go for after his fast expansion. His expansion is almost complete. Going to be hatching there in just a few seconds. Going to be making some more drones. 2 drones in the production queue right now. Another Overlord headed out right now from the base. He does have this Overlord in the backside. Going to be able to check for some kind of tech later on. It's rallied over here. We'll be able to fly in there sometime later. There is the command center on the way for Ellen Page right now, otherwise known as Marine King. The double gas is also coming up right now, so I can imagine we're going to see some teching over here real soon, in addition to his fast expansion. And it does look like 2 queens are on the way, almost finishing up right there. And another Overlord, a couple more drones in the production queue as well. Going to be mining that gas. We'll see what he decides to do at that first 100. Is he going for that? Yeah, there it is. The metabolic boost will be able to give him the map control all over the map. Going to get those Zerglings out to the different map locations and see exactly what his Terran opponent is trying to do right now. Looks like we have a tech lab on its way over here. A factory is coming up as well. Additional barracks are on the way, and that command center is going to get morphed into an orbital command real soon. We'll see when he decides to do that. There it goes, the orbital command, and a Zergling is trying to check up here to see what's going on. I believe he should have been able to see the tech lab. Yeah, he knows about that tech lab. Should be researching stim. There's stim coming up right now, as well as the factory now finishing up another add-on over here, a reactor on this barracks, and a vomiting going on by the queen over here. No real creep joining as of yet, but he'll be getting that sometime soon. He does have 1 creep tumor on the way. It's going to be headed out into the middle of the field. A Zergling still spotting here for any Terran move out action, and there's the lift on the factory. Going to be getting it next to that starport, perhaps throwing down a reactor. There's a reactor coming up, so we will be seeing some medevacs out on the field shortly, maybe even grabbing a single Viking to try to take out those Overlords. That Overlord here not opting to scout in there as of yet to see what's going on. The Zergling is going to continue spawning this natural expansion. A Baneling's Nest is on the way for our Zerg player right now, as well as an Evo Chamber. We'll be able to get those upgrades up. 6 more drones hatching right now, so he's going to be droning really hard right now. No extra gas geysers grabbed yet. but is going to continue mining out of the single gas right now. That Zergling going to continue checking up the ramp right now. And looks like we have that swap over with the factory and the starport for our Foxer player over here. He does have the nickname of MarineKingPrime. He does favor those Marines a lot, ton of Marines out in the field already, continuing to churn those out. More Marines on the way. Stimpack will be finished shortly. Double Medivacs on the way right now, so no sort of Viking play at all. A third expansion is on the way for SlayerSMin right now, so he's going to be grabbing that relatively quickly to be able to get his economy even higher. And we're going to probably see a lift from that command center real soon to be able to secure that natural expansion. The Medivacs are going to be lifting here, and it looks like MarineKingPrime is going to be going for some sort of drop, but he is going to fly straight into the vision of SlayerSMin right now. There's a SlayerSMin vision right now. He does see the Medivacs crossing the map, so he will be able to prepare for this quite easily. Going to be hatching 14 Zerglings and 4 more Roaches right now. He's got some Banelings on the way as well. We'll be able to defend against this quite easily. There's the Queen here going to start throwing the darts at those Medivacs. The Medivacs will be able to evacuate out of here. Going to also probably spot for that expansion over here. Oh, it looks like he's going to be dropping on both the high and low ground. Will be able to stim up the Marines in the front. Will he be able to get the Queen? And down goes the Queen. And the Zerglings are advancing forward. And it looks like one Medivac does lift up all of the Marines. Going to be continuing to drop them there. And the Banelings are going off over there. Good micro by Ellen Page. I guess a Foxer here is going to be using those Marines to the best of his ability. Lifting them up is going to be able to escape out of there. The creep tumors are slowly spreading across the middle of the map, and the third base is complete and going to begin mining over there. Double gas at the natural expansion right now. The main gas is being grabbed right now, and looks like the lair is on the way. Another macro hatchery coming up inside the main for SlayerSMin. He's going to be moving across into the center of the map with a few Zerglings. Marine King is going to have to be careful with these. The Zerglings are going to be able to surround here. A lift from that Medivac. Going to be able to back out of there. Those Overlords in the backside. A nice spread over there. We'll be able to spot for any sneaky dropping. And the Medivacs are going to be slipping into the backside. We'll see if they decide to drop the main. Is SlayerSMin noticing? Yes, he's going to be responding with his Roaches. Going to be able to get into position with the Medivacs coming into the backside. And the Overlord does see it. So we'll see if Marine King decides to come into the backside, and the Queen is also going to be coming in here as well. Everything is in position. That Medivac is going to be forced to back out of here. He's going to be moving into the center of the map again, trying to secure that map control. And we've got Marine King over here. Sea Shanks, Marines, expansion, more Medivacs coming out. He's grabbing the siege mode as well. More Medivacs on the way. Another command center is on the way. Going to be grabbing a expansion real soon. Maybe taking this expansion real soon. There it is. A lift. Probably going to turn that into an orbital, a planetary fortress. Tripping over my words today. We've got MarineKingPrime now moving across the map with his siege tank and a ton of Marines. He's going to be setting up shop over here. Going to maybe try to lift into the main. The Zerglings are coming out. They do spot this. And here come the Zerglings suiciding into that Terran force here right now. And the Zerglings are going to try to secure those Xel'Naga watchtowers again. And there's a lift with the Marines into the main of SlayerSMin. He's going to have to respond perfectly to this. He's got the Roaches and the Banelings coming down to his natural expansion. He might be trying to attack this from the base of this. And here come the Marines into the main. And more Zerglings are going to be able to reinforce this right now. Going to get a surround on those Marines. And here come the Banelings forward. And the Roach is going to be able to take out that Sea Shank. And it looks like our player here, Terran player, is going to have his forces taken out here as the Zerglings reinforce this location. Will he be able to lift up those Marines? Yes, he does. Great micro from MarineKingPrime. So he's going to be able to secure this watchtower once again with the Zerglings. Nothing over here at this watchtower. And this expansion is morphing into an orbital command. And here come all the Zerglings going to be streaming into this location. And it looks like the Marines will be able to reinforce this in time and force the Zerglings to back up to that watchtower. We've got here another vomit from the Queen, a perfect vomiting time, and the Zerglings are going to be able to continue watching over here. We've got the Marines coming forward, and the Marines are going to be able to take out a couple of Zerglings here and maybe get lifted. No, it looks like he's just going to continue healing them up right now. We've got the Zerg melee attacks level 1, as well as the pathogen glands for the Infestors right now. 4 Infestors in the production queue. We'll see when he decides to grab that expansion. And here comes the Zerglings going to try to move into this expansion. Ellen Page is not going to let that happen at all. Marine King going to make sure that does not happen. We've got the Zerglings, Banelings morphing over here. More Roaches going to be probably joining this soon. We've got 22 Zerglings in the production queue. He wants to go for some sort of attack. The pathogen glands are complete. Those Infestors will have the extra energy, be able to fungal growth quite easily. The Marine's going to be moving out, taking out a couple of creep tumors over here, and it looks like we've got this third expansion now saturating up for MarineKingPrime. He's going to be adding on some more tech labs here, going to get out more Siege Shanks for the defense and to be able to attack as well. Mules getting dropped all over this expansion, going to be able to mine so many minerals right now. The fourth expansion coming up for SlayerSMin as well. Looks like both players are sort of content to sit back right now. The force is getting massed up over here. 14 Banelings on the way, plus 1 infantry weapons, plus 1 infantry armor, as well as the plus 1 vehicle weapons on the way for MarineKingPrime right now. The Infestors are going to be racking up some energy over here. A couple of Zerglings in the backside over here, making sure that no drops make their way over there. Zerglings are going to be spawning over here as well, making sure no fourth base is getting taken anytime soon. Marines taking control of that zone. Not going to watch how the single Roach is going to come over here and get forced to back out. And it looks like SlayerSMin is going to start moving his forces across the map. We'll see where he decides to go. Our Terran player over here content to keep macroing up. Nothing special coming up. 4 more barracks on the way in this corner right now. And over here for our Zerg player, it looks like he's going to be cleaning up this lift over here. Going to be able to splash that with the fungal growth. Going to drop a couple of Marines over there. See if he can get any of those Banelings to explode. Looks like that drop was easily taken care of by SlayerSMin. He does have the Hive on the way, getting the plus 2 ground carapace as well as the plus 2 melee attacks. We'll see if he decides to go for those Ultralisks in the late game. And the forces are going to be moving across the map here, going to be checking this expansion. Of course, nothing is going on over there. The Siege Shank's going to be balling up over here, as well as another command center going down. Going to be securing another expansion. Our Zerg player SlayerSMin at 190 food to 147 of MarineKingPrime, so he's doing quite well for himself, but he is max on this Zergling Baneling force, but he does have those Infestors, and here comes the big attack. Here they all roll in. Here's the Marines attacking this fortified position, and the fungal growth going down. The Infestor is going to get pulled back right now. Roaches advancing forward, going to be able to clean this up so easily, and look at the reinforcements. Going to be making 12 more Zerglings. The Hive is about complete, and here come the Roaches into the main. Going to be doing some damage to this expansion. I can't imagine MarineKingPrime being able to hold this off anytime soon. And we've got the Roaches cleaning this expansion up. He is forced to cancel his fourth base. Going to be moving in here, possibly even focusing down the orbital command. Can he do it? Here they come, the Roaches. Going to be attacking those Marines for the moment. Marines are going to be forced to back up over here. The SCV is getting pulled off the line as well. A ton of damage done to MarineKingPrime here. A Marauder is spawning out here, so he will be able to deal with those Roaches temporarily. But look at the position that our Zerg player is in. He's got a new force all macroed up. He's got the adrenal glands on the way. Ground carapace level 3. Going to be able to get that 20% plus damage on those Zerglings. And here comes another attack. Here's the Roaches going to be advancing in here. There is a Siege Shank. Gets taken out. An EMP going off on those Infestors. They will be able to get out of there. Looks like another GAC over there with the Infestors. Going to force the Medivacs to drain their energy. Another GAC up over there. Maybe even hit the Medivacs. A couple of units over there getting taken out by the Roaches. And here comes the Infestors forward. Another EMP. Going to be making sure that those Infestors stay low on the energy. But the one Infestor still has full energy. We'll be able to spread those fungal growths quite easily. More forces on the way. 18 Zerglings going to be coming out real soon. He might even look to secure this expansion for himself as well. And he does have that Ultralisk Cavern researching the chitinous plating. We'll see how much how many Ultralisks he decides to make. Those two spine crawlers are very sad to be walking off of creep. They do like to be stepping on that squishy stuff. Make sure that their feet feel great. So our player, MarineKingPrime, is mined out of his main. He's going to be mining off of just his natural for the moment. He's got to push out and secure another base. There's a pesky overlord dumping creep on the ground over there. Looks like he does get cleaned up. The Zerglings are going to be advancing forward. The new force, Infestors, Zerglings, Roaches, Banelings going to be coming in here. Going to make sure that this expansion does not go down by any means. However, there's that one sensor tower in the middle of the map. SlayerSMin could easily take that out. We'll see 5 Ultralisks in the production queue. Those are going to be so strong, especially with the Infestors gacking everything up, preventing the Marines and Marauders from microing back. And the sensor tower does get taken out, and here's a sim forward by a couple of forces over here. And it looks like the Zerg army is going to be advancing forward. A couple of units do get in the fungal growth, and here come all the Zerglings going to be taking out a couple more units there. More EMPs going down. Those Infestors, still 3 Infestors with full energy, and here rolls forward the Baneling. Zergling's going to be coming in here. The Medivacs doing full-time work there, healing those units up. Another fungal growth going to be dealing that damage. However, the Medivacs are quite good at healing, and those Ultralisks are spawning out right now. There's 4 on the field right now. 6 more in the production queue, 14 Zerglings in there as well. The Infestor is going to be coming up back here, going to try to regain that energy. He's not losing any Infestors. Well, he is losing a few, but it's still really good to be able to secure all of his Infestors for battle. After battle, he's grabbing 2 additional expansions right now. We'll be able to transfer some drones over there real soon. He's going to be max once again. The Ultralisk spawn, he will be able to go for that attack. An expansion is trying to get taken over here for MarineKingPrime, but he's just not able to land his orbital command, not able to squish that Zergling. Apparently, the orbital command is quite a light building. It just lifts up and can't really land on a Zergling, as a Zergling will damage the armor on the bottom of that orbital command. Here comes the 4th. A couple of Marines going to be stemming up, taking out a couple of Zerglings in the center, but doesn't matter. Our Zerg player is double the food count of our Terran player, and here comes the final push forward. The Infestors are leading the charge, and here comes all the fungal growth going down. The Ultras are sort of trapped in the back, and here comes the Ultralist forward, going to be munching through this army for lunch and dinner. Another fungal growth going down. The Medivacs are going to get drained of all their energy, but it doesn't even matter. The Ultralisk eating through everything. One Ultralisk here leading the charge, going to be chewing through these Marines over here, as well as that Sea Shank. Another GG from MarineKingPrime. SlayerSMin does take him out, one of the top players in Korea. What a great game on Shakura's Plateau. If you do enjoy what you see here, please do subscribe. This is Aegis signing off.